Welcome back to Indiana Sports Beat Radio, joined now by our good friend Steve Aird, the head coach for Indiana volleyball. Coach, how's it going, man?
Good, good. Weary, a little travel weary. We've been on the road the last three matches. Awesome to be at home. Excited to be back at home.
Big part of the season, man. You guys got a big chunk of games coming up, especially this Friday night. Tonight, you've got Nebraska, one of the top teams in the country, number 5 in the country, one of the best teams in the Big Ten. Of course, the Big Ten, the toughest league that there is. But yet again, here comes a tough match for you guys.
Yeah, exceptional team. Final four quality last year, lost in the national final. Just an exceptional group of young kids, well coached, deserving of the ranking, and excited to play good teams at home.
When it comes to this sport, volleyball, what is the difference maker between these teams? I mean, both D1, but Nebraska, obviously, their program has been on the rise for quite a while. They've been up there. You're trying to get this program up to that level. What's the difference between those kind of programs?
I just think some of it is depth. Some of it is, obviously recruiting goes a long way. We in the conference, you get a lot of kids. I mean, there's only 14 teams in the conference, right? So there's a lot of kids in the country who want to play in the Big Ten. And there's tremendous battles, recruiting battles within the programs about the top kids. And Nebraska, for the last many years now, has had really good recruiting classes and fantastic talent. So I think part of it is recruiting and recruiting great talent and then developing the talent once you get it. It's a storied program, a legendary program. So, you tip your cap.
And I find that very ironic because if I think volleyball just from a neophyte like myself, I don't think of Nebraska as being this volleyball hub, but yet here they are in the middle of the country, out in the middle of nowhere, but a volleyball power.
Yeah, and always has been. I mean, they've been in national finals back, when I was a pup, and they've had All Americans for years, and the state loves it. They support it at a really high level. I think John Cook, who's the head coach, has done a great job of continuing the tradition of excellence and recruiting great and selling out, doing incredible job of getting the support there. So yeah, it's a volleyball state. They do a great job in that state. I think the high school programs, the club programs are excellent, and it's obviously one of the best places in the country to play.
Speaking of support, tonight you guys play out at Wilkinson Hall at home against Nebraska. We've talked about support is key for every sport, especially volleyball. You want to pack the house, I know.
Yeah, and currently we're 18th in the country in attendance. And I think when you look at that, that's something I'm really proud of. It's come from 500 or 600 people in a match at the old U gym to, we'll have a sellout Friday night. And that's something when you talk about the metrics of building a program and taking the next step as a program, you want people to be excited. You want the students to be excited. So, we're doing a lot of really good things across the board, but 18th in the country in attendance out of 340 something schools is a great step forward for Indiana volleyball.
Have you seen that support manifest itself into the team and whatever success that they've had? Can you see that work it into their mental approach?
Well, I think it matters. I think it matters because when we travel, we play at Wisconsin or Minnesota. It's sold out crowds. It's hard to play there. This is becoming a harder and harder place to play. Not only is the team getting better, I think, but the crowds are getting better. And it's a little heavier to play here. The crowd gets a little loud when they need to, and the student section's getting better. It's a process, but I'm excited about where it's going. 18 months, 20 months into the job, I'm really excited about where it's going.
Nebraska, number 5 in the country, we've talked about tonight coming in. What makes it difficult playing against the Cornhuskers?
They're just heavy. I'm a hockey guy, so the term is they're heavy on you. They serve the ball really well. They pass the ball really well. They're very well coached and disciplined. You have to really work hard to get points against them, and they don't give you very many opportunities or free points. They don't make a lot of errors. The best teams don't make a lot of errors. So they're low error, very disciplined, very good serving, very good passing, and that's a great recipe to have a great team.
You guys got to back that up with another game on Sunday against Iowa, another Big Ten conference game. How difficult is it to a game against Nebraska, which is going to be emotionally taxing, draining? It's going to be tough. You're playing against a great opponent, and 2 days later you got to come right back and play again.
Yeah, and I think it's the nature of it. If we play back-to-back nights and we do it a lot, it's if men's basketball in Indiana had to play Duke on Friday night and North Carolina on Saturday, people would say this is the craziest thing ever. But we do it all the time. And then we do it all the time on the road, where you'll play someone on a Friday. We'll play at Penn State on a Friday night and play Rutgers on Saturday night. 2 different towns, 2 different cities, travel, late nights. So it's really demanding on the kids, and it's a grind. But it also sets you up at the end of the year. If you're fortunate enough to make the tournament, you play back-to-back nights in the tournament. You've got to be able to reload emotionally and physically and be ready to go. And it's something that the conference has been great at for years, is developing teams that are just tough, understand how to do it, and do it at a high level.
How much conference play do you have left before the tournament comes around?
12 matches right now. I think we're 12-9, 12-8, 12-9 on the season. Had a great preseason, as you know, and just kind of ran into a brick wall in conference. We played 4 or 5 ranked teams, 3 or 4 of them on the road. And we just need to get back off the snide a little bit and get a win and get our confidence going. And we're playing some pretty good volleyball at times. It's about consistency. If we can get over 500, we've got a great win against Kentucky. Obviously, I think we got 6 or 7 top 100 wins right now. We've taken a lot of steps forward. We're just not a top 15 team. We're not a top 10 team yet. So that's the next big step. That'll happen over time, and that's the next goal.
Playing in the Big Ten, you can't control the schedule, and it's going to be tough no matter what. And
Right.
It has been tough. How hard is it to keep the team's mental approach up when you have to play such a formidable schedule?
I just think it's honesty. It's like I told them, I didn't come to rebuild a program and think it was a magic light switch. You can't microwave it. It's a baking process. It takes time, takes years, but we're developing really good habits. Kids are training. They're coming early. They're staying late. They're eating film. They're doing all the things that you need elite programs to do. And I think if I look at the pillars of the stuff about the program that I really needed to become better, I think in 18 months I'm thrilled. The staff's doing a great job. Kids are working hard. They're playing really hard. There's no quitting them. So that's the best part. Is we have a huge challenge Friday. We're excited about it. We respect them a lot, but we're not fearful. We got to play, and that's fun.
How important is it for the people to show up tomorrow night, the fans to get there Friday and Sunday? Do you guys have any specials? You guys are always doing some great stuff.
Yeah, we have a massive, tomorrow night's or tonight's match, depending, it's against Nebraska, is on national TV. So the Big Ten's carrying at 8 o'clock start. Huge tailgate for the students beforehand. Lots of giveaways at the match. Lots of stuff for the kids. We're expecting it to be sold out, so I would get there early. Nebraska travel's great. Very, very good travel. So we expect a whole bunch of Nebraska fans. What we'd want is for our guys to show up and the community and the students and everyone involved in the state to step up and help us out and make it a really good home court experience. And that's I think it's becoming a really fun event. I mean, we've had some matches here where people left, win or lost. They just really love coming and hanging out and enjoying their time.
And with Nebraska traveling well, that's got to create an electric environment in here tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it will be. I mean, there's some programs in the Big Ten that travel, and they travel really well. We're going to get there in time. I think the better the program gets, the more we reach out and touch the community. And when we get into, when we go to an Illinois or go to a Northwestern or play at Purdue, like we're going to in a week or so, we want people to show up and represent and give them a good reason to cheer and be proud of what we're building.
Individually, any of the players that have stood out this year that you didn't expect to be at the level they're at right now?
I think for us, Brianna Edwards had a really big summer. We asked her to do a lot, especially with Kendall Bierman. We're working her back in and trying to get her some time, but she's been really, really solid the whole way. We've had a couple freshmen play at a high level. I think our libero, Haley Armstrong's had a great year. Emily Fitzner, I think, is a fantastic young player. She's going to be doing great things for a long time. Like Haley's 5th or 6th in the conference in digs, which is outstanding as a freshman. Emily Fitzner is the only freshman setter playing in the Big Ten right now. So the 13 other teams, no one's playing a true freshman. So the experience she's gathering, it's a lot like a freshman point guard. It's, there's going to be some bumps and lumps in the road, but she's developing and just a great human being, man. They're playing hard.
And Edwards has been leaf level on the edges. She has been a killer.
Yeah, she's a physical kid. She really is honing her skills. She's got a great role model in Krista. Spends a lot of time with her, and Krista was as good as it gets at that position. So, she's got a lot of other chapters we're going to get to, and it's going to take some time, but she's come a long way. We're proud of her.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. Make sure you show up tonight out of Wilkinson Hall. Friday night match against Nebraska. Then on Sunday, you come back against Iowa. The best of luck.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more on Indiana Sports Beat right after this.